We now live in a litigious society where filing a lawsuit is commonplace. Have you considered what would happen if you were sued? You could lose your home, your cars, your business, everything you've accumulated over a lifetime. Any lawsuit, no matter how frivolous, can leave you penniless, in debt, and owing your attorney. Win or lose, a lawsuit consumes your days with stress and heartache. But it doesn't have to be that way. Let me tell you about David Henderson. David worked hard at his profession and became very successful, and he accumulated the rewards of that success. But last year, a disgruntled customer filed a lawsuit that threatened to take him for everything he owned. But after David's lawyer had a talk with the plaintiff's attorney, the suit was quietly dropped. The reason? In spite of his apparent wealth, David legally doesn't own anything that a lawsuit or court judgment can take. David had the foresight to shelter his assets in his offshore international company. Filing a lawsuit today is simple and common. Even frivolous suits are a serious and expensive legal matter, and you could easily lose everything you've worked for. That's why you need asset protection today. With Bridgeway Financial's strategies, David sheltered his assets in his own offshore international company. And David had Bridgeway's team of asset protection experts working on his side. As a Bridgeway Financial client, you too can shelter your wealth from seizure under the world's strongest secrecy and privacy laws beyond the jurisdiction of U.S. courts. Under the U.S. legal system, the deck is stacked in favor of the plaintiff and against you, the defendant. This is why so many lawyers now specialize in contingency fee lawsuits in which they're paid a percentage of whatever they win for their clients. This encourages the filing of frivolous lawsuits. In fact, the National Center for State Courts reports 19 million lawsuits will be filed this year. Many of these lawsuits are filed just to force you into an expensive settlement. Any lawsuit, no matter how frivolous, requires an expensive defense and can easily result in a ruinous judgment. Don't let this happen to you. Without asset protection, you are defenseless against attack, and every asset you own is at risk. But the best way to protect your assets is not to own any assets. John D. Rockefeller once said, "Own nothing, control everything." Well, I own a corporation or LLC, you might say. That has to be enough, right? Wrong. While corporations, LLCs, and trusts are important, they're not enough because any good investigator can easily find your bank accounts, investments, real estate, and any other assets you own, and they're all subject to seizure by a U.S. court. Those who desire maximum asset protection form a Bridgeway International Company. This is a legal entity that you control, and Bridgeway Financial can show you how. When Rhonda Jenkins found herself under attack by several collection agencies, they succeeded in getting court judgments against her, but no federal judge had the power to seize the assets owned by her offshore international company. The best way to get a lawyer to drop a case or accept a token settlement is to legally have no assets in your personal or business name. No investigators, trial lawyers, ex-spouses, or creditors can take assets you don't own. This makes you a very poor prospect for a lawsuit. If you want to reduce your potential of being a lawsuit target, if you want to keep your assets out of the reach of lawyers, if you want to access double-digit portfolio returns, or if you just want to keep your financial affairs private, you need a Bridgeway International Company. Trusts are disturbingly expensive to create and result in huge yearly fees for lawyers. Trusts are typically $25,000 to $50,000 and carry expensive yearly maintenance fees. Your Bridgeway International Company operates as a regular business and investment company that can hold title to your assets for you. It's convenient and you never have to leave the country. And you have the flexibility to sell or move assets at any time. A properly established international company effectively creates asset privacy. The names of the owners are not recorded in any public registry. There are no foreign returns to file and no foreign business taxes. Your investments may be held in any currency or money market fund in the world, allowing you to access the high-yield investment opportunities available within the U.S. Did you know that a self-directed IRA legally qualifies to own an offshore Bridgeway International company? You see, asset protection doesn't cost you money, it can make you money. And the time to act is right now. Contact Bridgeway Financial Corporation. Go to bridgewayassetprotection.com right now.